What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Blue Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. All right, we got some news today. About a half an hour ago, I had to go to a little meeting that I'm done with now. We got some news that Micah Parsons is now on the COVID list and is not, of course, practicing today. What's good? I don't know what's good. I know what's bad. Micah Parsons is on the COVID list and is not practicing. And this is where you start getting scared because this could be the kind of thing that derails the season if it happens to the wrong people going into the playoffs next week. If I'm Jerry Jones, if I'm team leaders on the team, at this point, you need to go ahead and just lock down. You got the Omni that's right there. Very bad. It can predict. Yeah. You got the Omni that's right there at the Star. The season is almost over. Why not get everybody on the team and say, you know what? Here's what we're going to do. We know Texas is blowing up with COVID cases. Guys, we have an opportunity to do something special. Okay? There's not that much time. Worst case or best case, you got until February, middle of February. How about we just go as a team and say, we're going to go all live together at the Omni. We're not going to go out. We're not going to hang out with anybody who has anything to do, nothing to do with the Dallas Cowboys. Just think of it as, let's say you were in the Navy. Let's say that you were one of those submariners that has to go out on 6-month deployments where you're not seeing anybody. You're not seeing the sun for 6 months. You're getting paid millions of dollars to do one thing. At this point, lock your shit down. You cannot afford for next week to be losing anybody. Now, I get it. Reality is, we're pretty much stuck at the 4th seed. There's not very many scenarios that have us moving up in the playoffs. I get that. The Eagles probably are going to save their players and rest. We should be able to get this game. We should be able to get this game without Micah Parsons. Newer than Omnicron? No. I said we have the Omni Hotel. Think it's the Omni. There's a hotel at the Star, or condos at the Star. At the Star, there's a condos. And so the Cowboys could say, hey, we're just going to they're like 1 and 2 bedroom condos that are there. Jerry Jones got all the money in the world. He owns this shit. Just say, guys, we're going to stay there. We're all going to go in. We're going to quarantine at the Star for the next couple of weeks, however long this rest of the season lasts. And we're just going to be, we're going to be a true team. We're going to stay here together. We're going to stay safe. We're only coming out for football games. That's it. Sorry, I'm talking about the new variant. Oh, a new variant? Okay, let's hope that it's milder. Please tell me it's milder. Please tell me it's no worse. This new one is like, I've got people that are calling me like, hey, just letting you know, my kids tested positive. And I was like, oh, Lordy. So, and then, it's just like, it's easier right now to say who doesn't have it. So, yeah, at this point, you got to just go ahead and say, guys, put your regular life on hold for a little bit of time, and let's see if we can do this shit. That's what you got to do. That's the way you got to look at this now, okay? Because if you get that opportunity to get that ring, that is for the rest of your life. Rest of your life. And going out, hanging out, right now, that shit's not for the rest of your life. Christmas holidays are over with, okay? You had your Christmas, you had your Thanksgiving. Right now, focus in on just being there. I don't want to see you at the sidelines of any games, like we saw with the Mario stuff. I just want to see you focusing in on being COVID-free and ready for the playoffs. That's it. That's got to be the only thing that you're focusing on. How's everybody doing today? I'm doing what I do. And I got some exciting news, too. Happy New Year's. Happy New Year, Hawk TV. Salute to you and your family as well. New variant plus Farola. What's Farola? Flurola. The new strand is IHU. Okay. And is it deadlier or less deadly? New variant is weak. Well, maybe they're getting weaker. Well, that's a good thing if it is. That would be a great thing if it's weaker. Oh, Hawk TV. Yeah. Well, you know what, Hawk? You know, y'all getting a new name. You need to get a new stadium. That shit is hurting fans, could hurt players. That shit. Now, you want to talk about some bad shit. That stadium is weak. Omicron is definitely weaker. Yeah, but it's still hitting people pretty bad. Had headaches and fever, it's not weaker. Well, I'll say this much. Okay. I remember about 3, maybe 4 years ago, my dad had the flu really bad. Okay. Now we all say, oh, it's just the flu. My dad, who's like 82 years old right now, he had gotten really, really sick. And my mom said he went downstairs and said, June, I think this is it. She called the hospital, called for an ambulance. They took him to the hospital, and he was there for 2 weeks. Now you could say, well, it's just the flu. It's just the flu. But they said if he had waited, he wouldn't be here. So it just depends on how it attacks people. I keep telling people I had a strep A infection in my knee. Okay, streptococcus. And for most people, it's like a cold. But for me, it attacked my knee, attacked my joint. It was flesh-eating bacteria. It almost killed me. It almost killed me. And at the time, I was in great shape. I was young. It was 1994. And so you just don't know how something will attack somebody differently. Wants to bet on who goes further in the playoffs for Anthony's belt. Well, he has to take that up with Michael. Michael doesn't actually have a channel anymore, so I don't actually have the rights to it. I'm going through it right now. It's working overtime on me. How long will it be? Well, 5 days. He can return in 5 days, which means he's out for the game. It kills 1 in every 100 people. Meaning if you catch it, you have 1% chance. Yeah, but Major Johnson, here's the thing. If you're that one person that dies, you don't want to be that one person, do you? You can just say, oh, well, it's okay. I'm the only one that died out of 100 people. Well, shit, I'm dead. Fuck. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be that one. I definitely don't want to be that one. So, hold on. Let me clean my brush. Oh, I got exciting news though. It's just Philly. We still get the win. I got all my exes back, yeah. But how sick did you get though with it? It's a bigger question. And nothing is guaranteed. Washington finally getting a name, yeah, but they still have a trash ass stadium though. Yeah. This sucks bad. Bad luck continues for us. Yeah. Well, better, okay, I'll say this much. Better this week than next week. Better this week than next week. But we got to make sure that we don't have next week people getting. Yeah, well, Philly's on crack too. Philly 500's on crack. Oh, we can beat anybody. You think Nate Newton should be in the Hall of Fame? Hmm. Nate Newton in the Hall of Fame. I got to think about that one. I'm not sure that he would be. Damn, Mark. What is it with y'all December and January? Uh, our just our December we were 4-0. We were 4-0 in December. So right now it's just January. That's true. Don't want no one getting it. So yeah, Andy. So that's what I'm saying. Here's the thing. Right now, Cowboys players need to say we're just going to lock down. We're just going to lock down until we are out of until the football season's over. Woodson should definitely be in there. Woodson and Everson Walls both have been host. Eagles still losing by 14. It's okay. The Cowboys are going to beat the Shingles. We better. Look at the last 8 games and who you played. A lot of y'all don't know how to look up statistics. Well, I can tell you I know how to look up stats. Lord knows. Everybody just says, oh, you're manipulating stat. Do I think T.O. No, not no. I mean, yeah, he can run pretty quick. He ain't ready to get hit. No. He couldn't play a few years ago. That's why he ended up being out. Nobody's signing him. Curse and I think Curse is actually getting ready to come off. I think Jaron Curse is about to come off. But we definitely have Micah Parsons going on. Eagles aren't going anywhere. Randy Moss, I'll beg to differ because I've been wearing a mask for 2 years now. When I've been out in public, I've been wearing a mask for 2 years. So, I mean, if you're saying the pollution, you're trying to say, my breath is worse. Well, I've been using it. Do I think the Bucks should sign Dez? Dez is done. The Super Bowl might be in Arlington in 5 weeks. It's all over Dallas radio. Okay. Is California locking down? David Ramirez, what's going on? I mean, right now, Texas is one of the hot spots. So I don't see how that works better. Oh, Keanu. Oh, yeah, you're right. Keanu Neal. Yeah. Keanu Neal. Yeah. It'll make you sick. Oh, actually, I forgot. He was unvaccinated, so he could be out longer, but I think he should be back off. He could be back off. Mark, what will you do if we win the Super Bowl? Cry. I think everybody's done been exposed. Yeah, it's bad here in Texas. Yeah, I mean it's. I'm trying to say it's everywhere. Like I said, this go around, it's more people directly that I've been in contact with that have it. This time it's just like, damn, it's like, oh, and you get an Omicron, and you get an Omicron, and you get an Omicron. So this one is just like spreading like wildfire. It's definitely spreading like wildfire. So um, better to get it this week than next week. I'll say that. Super Bowl might be held. I have not heard that. I'm gonna have to. Let me go to my. Let me go inside because this stuff is dry. What y'all think of this one? This one is a house divided. Cincinnati Bengals, Bengals orange and black, and Cowboys silver and blue. It makes the blue look black, doesn't it? It's kind of crazy. Hold on, let me see about this because y'all talking about Super Bowl in Jerry's World. That would be crazy. I was there at the last time it was in Jerry's World. I did help the truck, and they got unstuck. It was crazy because there were people stuck on the interstates for 27 hours from that storm because of the ice and stuff, the way it came down so quick. I got to see what y'all talking about. Um, I'm not seeing anything online about it. Oh, okay. Y'all are right. NFL has reached out to AT&T Stadium to check on its availability as a backup to Super Bowl 22 venue. Arlington officials say the city is ready to host if needed. Wow. Wow. Has confirmed that the NFL is looking at the availability of venues outside of California, including our AT&T, should it be needed for Super Bowl. It's currently scheduled to take place February 13th at the brand new SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles. Dallas Cowboy front office official source said the team and the league have engaged in preliminary discussions about AT&T serving as an emergency site. Should possible COVID restrictions in California create problems with playing a game in Southern California? The Cowboys source told us the league did inquire about a date if the stadium is available, but that's all we've heard, and they are just covering all options just in case. NFL spokesman Brian McCarthy tells the NFL indeed is looking into backup venues for this year's Super Bowl, as he says it does every year. We are planning to play the Super Bowl scheduled at SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles, Sunday, February 13th, McCarthy said. As part of our standard contingency plan process that we have conducted for regular and postseason games, we have contacted several clubs to inquire about stadium availability in the event we cannot play the Super Bowl as scheduled to weather-related issues or unforeseen circumstances. Our planning process for the Super Bowl in Los Angeles is ahead of schedule, and we're looking forward to hosting the Super Bowl there to culminate another fantastic NFL season for our fans. Los Angeles County reported nearly 10,000 new positive cases on Christmas Eve alone, its highest daily total in nearly 11 months. Early in December, Los Angeles County Department of Health issued a mandate requiring visitors aged 5 and older to now show proof of COVID vaccination or provide a negative COVID test before entering any theme park, including busy attractions such as Universal Studios. Still, California's current restrictions are not nearly as strict as they were a year ago. At this past Sunday's Chargers-Broncos game, where 70,000 fans packed SoFi. Okay, so NFL is just doing their due diligence to make sure that if something happens, they've got a place to go. So, yeah, Texas could be, if it gets bad with the Omicron, it could be a replacement site. And that's kind of like, okay, don't get excited. Don't get excited about that. It's kind of like Dulles Airport, Dulles International Airport, in outside of Washington D.C. Because it has a 7 mile long runway, was a potential emergency space shuttle landing site. Yeah, it was. Never got used for it. Tell me who. Derrick Henry's back. Tightens up. That will be big for Tennessee to get him back. That would be huge getting Derrick Henry back at this point. Your fans are saying trade Dak, and I want to know who is. Thank you, Jonathan. We got some crazy people. That's what I always say. Who are you trading him for? Who are you going to get instead of him? Hey, how are you doing, Jay? Mm. What's up, Mark? Big fan here from Missouri. Shout out to Missouri. Jonathan Himes, don't have to get better. We just need cheaper. More, wait a minute, more money to spend elsewhere, like the offensive line. Cheaper. Cheaper. You know he's only a $17 million hit this year, right? It's a meaningless game. Eagles are resting players. Major Johnson, can you give me your reference for that information? Jackie, how are you doing? Jackie, I'm fending off the idiots out there. I'm just fending off the idiot trolls. Um, just get rid of that and get somebody cheaper. Okay, somebody like Heineken? Heine? Okay, yeah. How about that? That's cheaper. Somebody like Jimmy Garoppolo? That's cheaper. Okay, all right, that's cool. And that'll make our team better. Okay, sure, sure. Whoever that was said it. Tell me a cheaper Andy Dalton. He's cheaper. Cam 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 Newton. He's cheaper. You think those guys are going to get us to the Super Bowl? Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons is on the list now. Minshew, because he's just been doing great things. He can't even start in with the Eagles. Jonathan, I'm with you. It's crazy how people treat Dak. Um, we can get Tim Tebow cheap. Um, I think it's 5 days. It's 5 days he'll be gone for. So it'll be. I think it's maximum. I think it's 5 days is maximum and minimum. Mark, I want a toilet made out of wood. Okay. So I can dump when we see y'all go one and done. Ha. We just got to fix the offensive line. My Eagles will take you down. I'm sure they would like to go down. Pause. 5 days of no symptoms, which is out this weekend. There are people who are blaming Dak for Gallup's AC. Oh my God, really? Because he threw a back shoulder fade? That damn Dak throwing that back shoulder fade for a touchdown. It's his fault. Are you serious? That's where we start getting crazy. Um, Mark, tell me your best 5 quarterbacks in football right now and rank them 1 to 5. Oh man, you're gonna make me think hard. Um, Let me just say the top 5, and then we can figure out an order. Of course, Aaron Rodgers is there. Um, Tom Brady is still in that list. Um, from there, shit. Pat Mahomes. Although Pat Mahomes has had a rough season, Pat Mahomes has not been great this year. But you take in the body of work that he's done. Um, from there, it's just kind of a hodgepodge. Kirk Cousins. Are you kidding? Here's what's funny when somebody says, "Oh, just get somebody cheaper." You guys know that Kirk Cousins has made $200 million, right? Kirk Cousins is making actually. Let me go through here. Just humor me for a second. Just humor me because this is the kind of stuff because there's a couple ways to look at this. You can look at it and say what the average per salary is, which is Dak is third right now, and Aaron Rodgers will be getting a new contract. FYI, Aaron Rodgers is going to go through the roof, of course. Um, if you go by the average quarterback salary, Pat Mahomes is averaging 45. Josh Allen is averaging 43. Dak is averaging 40. Deshaun Watson is averaging 39. Russell Wilson 35. Aaron Rodgers 33. Jared Goff 33. Kirk Cousins 33. Carson Wentz 32. And then Matty Ice 30. Okay, now let's go. Where is Over the Cap? Why am I not seeing Over the Cap? Okay, here we go. Over the Cap. It's like, I don't know why that site's not coming up. Okay, over the cap. Quarterbacks. Okay. Why can I not get this I don't want the full contract. Okay, here we go. For 2021. All right, so this year, the actual cap numbers. This is the actual cap numbers this year that's actually coming off of the top. Russell Wilson, 32. Kirk Cousins, 31. Aaron Rodgers, 27. Matt Ryan, 26. Jimmy Garoppolo, 26. Ben Roethlisberger, 25. Derek Carr, 22. Carson Wentz, 21. Matthew Stafford, 20. Dak Prescott's only charging $17 million this year on the cap. Let's go to 2022. For those that are saying, just get a cheaper quarterback. Next year, check this out. Matt Ryan's cap number, $48 million. Aaron Rodgers, $46 million. Kirk Cousins, $45 million. Deshaun Watson, $40 million. Ryan Tannehill, $38. Russell Wilson, $37. Pat Mahomes, $35. Dak Prescott, $34.4. So, who's your cheaper quarterback? If there's 8 quarterbacks that'll be higher compensation next year, who's your cheaper quarterback? Jared Goff is the next one on the list at 31. Is that cheaper? You want to save that $4 million to get Jared Goff? Oh, excuse me, $3 million to get Jared Goff? Jimmy Garoppolo is about $6 million less right now. You want to say get rid of Dak and get Jimmy Garoppolo instead? Matthew Stafford's at 23, but he's going to end up needing a new contract because that's the last year of his deal. Derek Carr's at 19, but he's, again, going to be getting a new contract. Sam Darnold, that's cheaper. Would you pick up a couple free? Our guards aren't quite as bad as our left tackle situation. Hell no. Better off drafting as a replacement. Okay, so we're going to be 20-something. We're going to be 20-something in the draft, and we're going to draft a quarterback when we need a left tackle. Okay, got it. In a year where they say it's not a quarterback draft, that makes sense. Yeah, because you can just get a quarterback that'll throw 32 TDs and 10 interceptions just like that. That's no problem. That's no problem. That happens. It happens every year for the Washington football team, doesn't it? It happens every year for the Cleveland Browns, doesn't it? You can just grab another quarterback. Stop being stupid, people. Please. Please. Some of y'all don't even know how the NFL works, nor how many games. Just coming in here with shit. There you go. Bench Dak and start Quincy Carter. Gardner Minshew, because he's doing great things. He did great things. Okay, let's go ahead. I'm going to humor you. Let's get Gardner Minshew's stats. Okay. Gardner Minshew. So you're ready to say this is the same. This, you know what's funny about this? This is the same argument people had last year. Let Dak walk, and Andy Dalton's just as good. Tank. Oh, of course. Right. We can tank now for a quarterback. Sure. We can lose one game and we'll get him. Okay. So Gardner Minshew, whose career is 8-13, 63% completion percentage, has 32 TDs and 11 interceptions. Okay. All right. Go get him. I haven't seen Dallas run the ball in 2 consecutive plays in weeks. I haven't seen the Dallas Cowboys able to run for more than 6 yards in a play in several weeks myself. Some people. Play calling and offensive line play. Better now than next week. I agree with you on that one. There are no good quarterbacks coming in this draft, so please stop it. But of course, no. But see, in the Dak Prescott haters' mind, anybody is better than Dak Prescott. Um, I think it's the play calling. Um, I think it's a lot of factors. You got to understand, if you've ever played football, it only takes one person to mess up a play. One person can screw a play. Dak is an MVP quarterback, but still needs improvement. I think everybody on your team always needs improvement. We lost Travis Frederick. I agree with you on that. Thank you. Watching all the time. The trolls are, oh my God, the trolls. They are literally partying like it's 1999. Who do I want to play the first week? It's probably going to be the Cardinals. Oh, you haven't seen the statement. Let me see if I can pull this up on. See if I can see the chat here live on the computer because this is too small. No, not there. Let's see where we are. Let's see if I can see the chat here so I can read it. Okay, there we go. Football is the ultimate team sport. One person messes up, the whole team messes up. That's 100% right. Zeke's want to get, yeah, he wants to get 1,000 yards. Well, how about we go ahead and, you know what? I don't care about 1,000 yards this season right now. How about we get some yards in playoffs? How about that? Debo, it's the question is can they get back to what they were playing before? That's the bottom line. They've been hot and cold. They can get hot, sure. They can beat anybody if they're hot. Trade Dak for Hurts is clearly the better quarterback. Oh my God. That's a joke, right? Dink and Dak. Any team we play again, we will win. What's up, Bobby? Bobby Ice, how are you doing? While the Eagles are partying, they lost the division. Oh, the Eagles swear that they're the better team. That's the thing that's funny to me. It's like, y'all do realize you lost a, oh, well, that was early in the season. Okay. Do I listen to these idiots on social media? I try not to, but you know, they come in here, they troll. Do I think Minshew? Oh, oh my God. No, I don't think Gardner Minshew is better than Dak. I'm not sure Minshew is better than Hurts. Just say the word if you don't want Dak. I'll drive there myself and pick him up. Oh, I know you would, Brian. I'm a diehard Cowboy fan, and if Dak asked to be traded to the Rams, and I like Dak, and I want the Cowboys to keep the Cowboys, Dak is good for the Cowboys. I'm butchered that. Trade Dak for Pringles. Cowboys choke season again. I think it's the O-line. Did Dallas lose on purpose to avoid Philly? Oh, wow. Y'all crazy. The division means nothing now. Playoffs is upon us. Amen. Dak is fine. Stop it with the nonsense. Why not tune out those haters? I hate to say it, but it's kind of my guilty pleasure. I kind of like fucking with them. Everybody start from zero in the playoff. Trade Dak and Kellen Moore for Wilson and Pete Carroll. Yeah, because they're doing great things right now, right? It's the play calling. You need to get rid of our L1. Well, we would have had Philly in the first round, but unfortunately, us losing killed that. Dak is becoming the Super Bowl. I hope so. Was Romo better than Dak? Time will tell. I take Russell Wilson in a second. We will be fine one game at a time. Why get an older quarterback? Thank you. Why get a diva older quarterback? What happens if you lose to the Eagles in the playoffs? Oh my God, I think I'll go in hiding. Dak wants Philly cottage cheese more than a Super Bowl. Oh, good question, Robo or Dak. Blake Jarwin blocking has been missing in the running game. Schultz is not a good blocker. Dak will be fine. He's a great quarterback, no doubt. Well, we'll have to wait and see what happens. We'll have to wait and see what happens. That's all I can say. Mark, we're the biggest Dak supporter. If he keeps being inconsistent, then what? Well, you got to fix it. You know, you could look at almost any quarterback, and they've had times where they've been inconsistent. And you can also look at some of the circumstances that go with it. You take a look at Matthew Stafford there for how many pick sixes has he thrown in the last 5 weeks? 3, 4? You could look and say he's been inconsistent, but the difference is the rest of the team has kind of rallied around and taken care of it. I can look and say that it's not just Dak Prescott. If Zeke in the running game were doing great, I'd say, and Dak was just playing like ass, I'd say, okay, then there's a problem there. But right now, the whole offense is Dak in his arm. We aren't getting anything rushing the football. The last time Zeke Elliott was over 60 yards, now think about this. The last time Zeke Elliott was over 60 yards was against the Giants in week 5. We can't win when we're running, Tony Pollard and Zeke and getting 25 yards. That's pathetic. Because 1 minute we drop 56 points, and the next week we're playing like the Giants. It's like, I know my team is better than that. I know our team's better than that too. Don't worry, our team is going to win. I'm worried about the Pats. Romo is way better than Cousins. A lot of people are way better than Cousins. Texas ain't a hot hoop. Derek, did I get your email? When did you send it to me? Micah Parsons is vaccinated. All right, well, I got to go out and run and do some errands here before the weather gets freezing again. Use more Cooper. I still think that the Cowboys have been trying to save some stuff for the playoffs. I still believe that. So Micah will be out. So how long? As long as we have him for the playoffs. Mark, is supposed to snow in PA too, but not that hard. Okay. Hey, Gina, have you seen that you know who? I ain't heard from him in forever. I'm just curious. Cowboy fans should have little to gripe. Let's change roles. Keep him rested for the playoffs. Amen. Well, all right. I've taken up enough of the YouTube. I'll be back in a little bit. Like I said, I've got to go out and run some errands and get some stuff, and then I'll be back. Yeah, I agree. Um, the offense looked like trash. Only 7 points first 3 quarters against the Cardinal team that is hurt. Okay. All right. All of the trolls, enjoy yourself. I'm Mark Holmes. I'll see you later. Peace.